All right, let me remember.
You've got enough bolts for the Groovitron. Come see me. Looks like the Predator launcher could use an upgrade. You got a deal. Cash only.
Ratchet acquired a plasma striker. The pseudo-spectral bioscope could identify enemy weak points, but did he have the skill?
All right, so, bro, here's the thing, man. Everybody, when they people say money don't unlame you, bro. Shannon Sharpe, this is a prime example, bro. There is no reason why you need to be a man at your a man your age. You around 60 years old. On top of that, you're on multiple broadcasting platforms, you know, your own platform, etc. You've already been a top tier high school athlete, college athlete, D1, and NFL Hall of Fame. All right, look. Thanks. Look, Shannon Sharpe is the prime example on how money does not unlame you, bro. There should be absolutely no reason a man his age, at his stature, is making these mistakes, bro. So we're gonna talk about this whole grape incident. We're gonna talk about what he going through and why he shouldn't even be going through it to begin with. So first, we always got to start with the disclaimers, bro. We always got to start with the disclaimers. One, do I think he graped that girl? No, I don't think so. Cause going through all of the messages and the backs and forths, it just don't make sense. And I think he not that dumb to do something that stupid, right? And she would have approached it a whole different way. Second of all, there is potential that he probably did something that she didn't like eventually, and she's just scaling it into a way to where she can profit off of it and just be done with the situation. Because I've seen that a handful of times. And I think that's really all the disclaimers. After that, everything is really on go. So let's talk about it, bro. Let's talk about it. This man, Shannon Sharpe, you know, we all know his resume, right? He got First Take, he got his own podcast, he got the thing with Ocho, he got a lot of stuff going for himself. Hall of Famer, boom. So very, very good guy. Now a lot of people are getting mad at him because he's, you know, having a little situation with an OnlyFans girl. I have no issue with that. He's a grown man, she's a grown woman that wants to sell herself, and he's a buying customer, bro. And I'll put it like this. Having friends that are high up, you get to meet, or just meeting people high up in general, you know that this scenario isn't that rare. Like, it happens way too frequently. So for everybody on the internet that's pretending like he's some, like, I don't know, bro. For him, now, dating would probably be a little bit weird, but, bro, he's just doing his thing and get up out of there. But why I say money don't unlame you, Shannon Sharpe, is because you gotta think about it. He's been through this situation plenty of times. Like I said, let's go down the resume, bro. Top tier high school athlete, top tier D1 athlete, Hall of Fame NFL, getting millions by ESPN. He's on First Take. He got his own podcast. He got like multiple podcasts. So he got a YouTube check coming in. So he's been at different stages of his life where people are just throwing themselves at him. And he's had multiple situations like this. And he's had multiple situations too where girls just falsely accusing him of doing whatever, or, you know what I'm saying, trying to put him in messed up situations. We see it all the time, especially with black athletes, especially dealing with, you know what I'm saying, the other race. So, Shannon Sharpe, you've been in this situation before. But now I feel like it's at a point because let's keep it about this is the second time that he's had a sexual incident go public. The first incident when he leaked his audio or whatever, bro, it takes a lot of steps to go on IG Live, bro. It takes a lot of steps to go on IG Live. So, but you guys got to remember, this isn't the point of his life where everybody was kind of like, yo, is Shannon Sharpe gay? Like, is he been, having zesty fits? He been acting a certain way. So he had something to prove. Okay, I want to start over. We are going to start over. Hey, look, man. That money don't unlame you, bro. And Shannon Sharpe is a prime example of that, bro. A prime example. So, if you're not familiar with the situation that's going on currently, Unc, NFL Hall of Fame, that boy on First Take that was, arguing with Skip Bayless. Now he with Stephen A. And he got the podcast with Cat Williams. We've all seen that, right? So Unc Shannon Sharpe was in a little, I wouldn't even say relationship. He was doing grown man things with an OnlyFans girl who was 20 years old. But then it came out that he allegedly raped her. Now, just following the scene and, outside looking in of how Shannon Sharpe talks and how he goes about his day, I don't think he did that. Now, I will say there is potential that he did some overly freaky stuff that the girl might have eventually not liked, and she tried to string it out to get some money. So that's the context. So a lot of people are getting mad, or one, just because he's in the situation, because, he's being accused of it, which again, I don't think he's actually did that part. And then two, a lot of people are getting on him because he's around 60 years old and the girl is 20. And so people are like, yo, like, what do y'all have in common? What are y'all doing? So I'm going to address the 60 and 20-year-old. I'm going to keep it a buck, bro. Making friends with some people in the industry, just higher up, just famous people in general, that and females that are in that line of work, I will say that is a common trope. Like that happens a lot, and I don't know why a lot of people are really acting too surprised. So let's get that out the way. I don't think that part Unc is really doing. He not dating the girl. He just getting, handling his business and going about his day. I don't think nothing wrong with that. But why does money don't unlame you, Shannon Sharpe? Is because Shannon, let's go down the resume, Mr. Sharpe. You were a top tier high school athlete. You were a D1 athlete in college. And then you made it to the NFL Hall of Fame. And then after that, you making millions with ESPN. You're on multiple broadcast platforms, got your own podcast, got your own YouTube channels that are going crazy right now. There have been multiple scenarios where this man has been taken, advantage of. Maybe a girl tried to accuse him of something before. Maybe, he had a way to pay for some, whether, they came to him as a seller or he came to them as a buyer. You dig what I'm saying? It has 100% happened just by me having multiple friends in that line of work. It's definitely happened, right? Regardless, even if it didn't happen, the point I'm making is that there has been multiple situations where Shannon Sharpe has been in this situation to where, bro, at this point of age, when you have a lot more on the line now, you shouldn't be making these mistakes, bro. Like, that's just uncalled for. Like, you're too old. You should be too experienced. But you don't know how to navigate, and you letting this girl take advantage of you, bro. And if you go back to listen to some of the audios, she definitely misconstrued all of the audio. She misconstrued all the audio. Like, you could tell there's overly long pauses that doesn't even sound like a normal conversation. So it's like, bro, she giving you the okey doke. You gotta know at that point in time when you're being set up, bro. But he's so. I think the issue with Shannon Sharpe is that he be a little self-conscious. And now hear me out. See, this is the second time that he's had a sexual incident or of his personal life get leaked out in some form or fashion. So the first time was him leaking basically the audio of him going to town on this girl. But the thing about that one was that it was on IG Live. It's so many steps to go live on IG Live. But if you do recall, that was also around that same time period where a lot of people were calling him Zesty, based off of, some of the stuff he was saying, some of the stuff he was wearing. So we were like, I don't know. Like some people were kind of just like trying to paint that narrative. And I think he felt a type of way, because he's like, man, I'm this big athlete, I've done this and that. Why are people still calling me this, this stuff? Like I shouldn't even be in this talk of town. Same thing with Travis Hunter. He was chopped cheese. And then this girl comes along and is like, that's probably his first baddie. So he's letting everything slide. He's not realizing what's going on. So that's the same thing with Shannon Sharpe. He never really got over it. Like, yeah, he got that money, he got the fame, but maybe at some point there was some insecurity that he was dealing with, and he never fully got over it. So when everybody was calling him Zesty and things like that, he went ahead and leaked that audio and was going crazy on that girl, bro. So now, you know what I'm saying? This probably not nothing he had to prove. But he just going about it all the wrong way. Because now you giving her $10,000 in hush money. It's like, bro, Shannon, bro, we should have been signing NDAs at the door. Like, you gotta. Oh, bro, nah. Actually, this should be. Oh, you think that will help out? No, I don't know. Hey, look, man, this Shannon Sharpe situation, bro, it'll teach you two lessons. This is two prime examples, bro, of what I think a lot of people need to hear, bro. One, it's okay to make mistakes early. It's actually preferred to make all your mistakes as early as possible. Like, it's okay to make mistakes. And two, that money can never unlame you. So you might be curious, oh, what does it got to do with Shannon? So if you're not familiar with the whole Shannon Sharpe situation, basically he was having, some adult activities going on with an OnlyFans girl who was 20 years old. And then she came out with an accusation that Shannon Sharpe raped her. And now a lot of people on the internet are just kind of making their own think pieces, this and that. And I'll put it like this, just a disclaimer for the rest of the video. I don't think Shannon Sharpe raped that girl. I think he is, in that aspect, he is too smart to be dealing with stuff like that and to be doing dumb stuff like that. However, there is a scenario where he got overly freaked out and maybe she didn't want to do something anymore. And then she saw that as an opportunity to try and get some cheese off of him and then, go public and things like that. So, but why making mistakes early and this money not going to unlame you? Why is it important to this story? Is because Shannon Sharpe, let's talk about it, bro. Let's really talk about it. Your resume is profound, bro. I'm gonna give you credit. Top athlete from high school, college, D1 athlete. Then you became a Hall of Famer in the NFL, right? So you mean to tell me, and it's really hard to believe because I've been in situations, and I have a lot of friends in similar situations where going down, especially that athlete route, you're going down this route that there's a lot of days where that exact scenario happens of where, you know, you got some girls just throwing it at you, free, or if you're paying. Both both happens. And then there's also scenarios where you just get, blamed and accused for stuff just because of your status. So, you mean to tell me, as successful as you were in your career, this has never happened to you? And if it has, why are we letting things like this get out of control, especially with everything that you have on the line right now? It don't make sense. So here's my little theory, man. Because see, the first time this happened, honestly, he definitely leaked it himself, because the first time it was some audio of him doing some adult behavior in the background, but he leaked it on like IG Live, which it's extremely hard to just accidentally go IG Live because they ask you so many confirmation questions, right? So that was the point where I think he was just a little insecure, growing up, just because he had the money, just because he had the fame. I think there was still points in time where it was like, girls wasn't giving him attention, or maybe the type of girls that he wanted wasn't giving him no attention. And so now, when during that time when that audio got leaked, a lot of people were calling Shannon Sharpe zesty. They were like, a lot of people were accusing him of being on, with the LGBTQ. And I don't think he liked that at all. And I think that was to prove a point. Just because he potentially could be insecure and, and just certain points of his life that he never got over, but it got kind of erased, because you can kind of like shove all that under the rug when you get money and fame. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you can buy your way out in a lot of situations. Oh, you wasn't getting attention by a girl? There's a lot of girls willing to take your money to be, the image that you want. Like, it's easily acquirable. You feel what I'm saying? So he could definitely have just looked over it. So when people was calling him zesty, it might have hit a nerve, and he's like, yo, all right, I got something for y'all. Y'all finna hear what I'm working with. Boom. Now this situation, I feel like he getting taken advantage of. So it's a mix of this money don't unlame you, and it's like, bro, we'd already been through this. Like I said, you're a college D1 athlete, Hall of Fame NFL, millionaire broadcaster, multiple, multiple platforms. You've been in this situation before. So now what it seems like, especially with the audios leaked and how she's overly like altering the conversations that they have, she's giving him the okie doke. She's giving him the okie doke. She's playing him, bro, like she know the whole game in and out, and she's playing him like a book, bro. Like, she know what it is. And Shannon, deep down, he feel like he know what it is too, but he likes to kind of just show his stature. Like, he wants his physique to match his actions, right? Like, nah, like, I'm gonna take control. So that's why, you know what I'm saying? He's letting a lot of this stuff slide, bro, because he wants to be in control. But it's like, bro, you falling for the okie doke, bro. So it's either you've never been in this situation before, which shows that you're not really as players as what it seems. It's just you get to sweep a lot of that under the rug just by being, who you are and having some money. Or you letting this girl play you, thinking you can get the up, and you falling for the okie doke, Shannon. And either way, it's not a good look on you at all, bro, because she's playing you. She's playing you like crazy. So it's like, man, and this is another thing too, bro. Especially if you're gonna indulge in these activities, and that's why I don't like the internet, bro. A lot of people are pretending like this type of thing doesn't happen all day, every day. So him doing what he trying to do, I don't got a problem with it. But if you are gonna go this route, bro, you gotta know that they don't have an issue sliming you out at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Their morals are a little bit lower just because of the work they're there, and no shame to them. They get in the bag, and obviously it's working because we got, $1 million lawsuit against Shannon Sharp of all people. So something working. But it's like, bro, you gotta do your work, bro, cause she playing you, bro. She altering the voice calls, and you not catching on, bro, and you still saying overly freaked out stuff. And then you offered her $10 million, I think $10 million to let it all go. Now a lot of people might just think that, oh, since he offered her money, he automatically guilty. Which, you know what I mean? You could say that because it does look bad. However, you also have to realize he's on multiple platforms, like I said. So just automatically, if it gets brought out, whether it's true or not, he has to step back. You know what I'm saying? He has to take a break from whatever he's doing just so he's not in the limelight. So automatically, I can see why he offered it. But it's like, bro, you offering it don't help you in any situation. So if she do get the up on you, which she clearly has, she has good evidence. Because why are you offering $10 million and you're innocent? But it's because you're overly freaked out and you didn't see what's going on, man. It's like, Shannon, bro. Like, you gotta let those insecurities, you can't let them affect you, Brody. You cannot let them affect you at all. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Because now you just look so... And then this is your second time that it's happened. So it's like... Oh, man. And based off the text messages, too, about all the, like, race play and all that, bro, it really kind of, like... Everything all together, it kind of just shows, bro, like, you were never, like, P for real, bro. And you were kind of getting played. And a lot of people don't realize, man, y'all favorite celebrities, bro, y'all be gassing them up just because they're celebrities, and they absolutely love that because they be lames in real life, but it's just because money and status. And we have other lames. We have lower level lames. We have lower level lames that enjoy, looking at somebody else's life. So they just put them on this pedestal, and whole time it's like, man, these celebrities never even, they're dealing with insecurities that they never got to deal with, and they just got to, cover up with money. So, Shannon, we got to do better, man. We got to do better. But I don't think he did nothing crazy to that girl. I think he just got overly freaked out. She wasn't trying to, be in that little situation no more, and trying to find a way to get some extra bread. That's all that was. But Shannon, this was definitely a very avoidable situation. Like, very avoidable, especially with someone like it. So more of the story, man. Look, if you paying for it, this is supposed to be a stress-free type of transaction, bro. So just make sure you know who you're dealing with. And then also, bro, just cover your bases. Cover your bases. So if this not something you normally do, you shouldn't be doing it unless, you got to talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? If it's just that desperate that you need to do it, or you think it's such a good deal, there's somebody in your friend group that has done it 100%. Just go ahead, talk to them, see what you need to do, and make sure to cover your bases, bro. And if you're an athlete, this is the last more of the story, and we're going to get out of here. Last more of the story, bro. If you're an athlete or anybody with this type of, notoriety, bro, make sure to mess up as early as possible, bro. Once you get that fame, is up. It's up. But a lot of these incidents are gonna come naturally. So do not try and fight it, bro. I mean, obviously, if it's avoidable and you're smarter than the situation, then obviously do the right thing. But if you are put in a situation like that just from not understanding, just know that it's okay. Because you rather mess up early on versus you 60 years old and you got millions of dollars on the line because you trying to, get your rocks off. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and mess up a little bit early, bro. So you don't gotta wait this long. And don't get caught, especially if you're paying for it, bro. Don't catch feelings for it either, because I think that's what's going on, bro. That ego thing, people get this ego, and they trying to prove a point. And I think that's what Shannon's trying to do, and he's letting it get ahead of them. And usually when that happens, and I'm talking by experience. So if anybody in the comments say, man, who are you to talk about Shannon? He makes millions. He's a D1 athlete. Hey, I'm just a dude that went through it all. And like I said, that be the whole thing. Y'all be putting these celebrities on a pedestal like they haven't gone through real world occasions. You know what I'm saying? The average Joe done went through some more stuff than that athlete, man. So I know a couple of things. You dig what I'm saying? And there's no reason that he should have been in that situation. So that's all I gotta say. All right, we done. I think that's all I want to talk about.